Alright, welcome back to some more Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I'm starting in the Digilab because I have some pretty good news. Oops. I maxed out the camaraderie for both XVmon and Stingmon, which means they can both now Digivolve. And actually what I'm gonna do is... Well, first let me explain this. So, the Digimon I was going for is Paildramon, and it says DNA Digivolution possible, which, I mean, if you watch the anime, you already know what that means, but basically, for anyone who doesn't know, it basically means they're going to fuse into one Digimon, and that's how they're going to Digivolve to the next level. So, in that case, you would need to max out the camaraderie at 100%, which took me a little bit, but I finally did it. So, I can do that now. And what it's going to do is that it's going to, you pick which side you want to Digivolve from, but it's going to consume the other one, meaning it's going to take on the stats of whoever you Digivolve from. So if I Digivolved from XVmon's side, he would inherit XVmon's stats. If I did it from Stigmon's side, he would inherit Stigmon's stats. So what I'm actually going to do this from Stigmon's perspective, because after I gave him all that meat to raise his camaraderie, it also raised his ABI by up to 59, which is something that you'll need later on in the game. So, plus I also wanted to keep Venom Trap, so we'll be doing it from Stingmon's side, even though I did say XVmon was my favorite, but it's a little more beneficial for us to go with Stingmon. So without further ado, select XVmon for consumption, and we'll get to it. Alright, Paildramon is a free neutral type, ultimate level. His special move, the Death Parade Blaster, or some of you might know it as the Desperado Blaster. 2 physical attacks, 40 light damage to all foes. He has a new support skill called the Backwater Camp, so it increases damage given by 20%, but increases damage received by 20%, so basically it turns you into a glass cannon. So, I think that's all I needed to do for unlocking new Digimon, and I already have him up in the party. I don't think anyone else can Digivolve. So now that's out the way. Keep Vidramon, he's pretty new. Angelomon's pretty new. We got 2 vaccines, 2 datas. Get another... Oh, we can't. Hold on, can Darugamon Digivolve? Let me look here. Well, he can, but not to what I want him to. Alright, never mind. Trying to figure out how I can fit War Growlmon in. Maybe I don't need him, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't need him. Alright, so that's all I wanted to do as far as the Digimon were concerned. We can go take on our next assignment. So we were supposed to go to Shinjuku. I believe that's what Kyoko said, so we'll head right over there. It feels like something's out to kill. A case came in from Detective Matayoshi. Hurry up and come. What? You felt something ominous in the air just now? Since when have you been so superstitious? It's probably nothing. Get back here so we can get to work already. I should see if there's a new case to investigate. Alright, Client Mariyoshi. An invisible slasher is rampant in Shinjuku. Catch the culprit before something serious happens. Please help. There has been a string of some real oddball incidents lately out in Shinjuku. Cars, trees, building exteriors, they're all getting sliced up, and with clean cuts too, like someone took a real sharp knife to them. Thankfully, nobody's actually gotten hurt by this so far. Right now, it's just a case of trying to curb vandalism we're dealing with here. But it's heavy-duty stuff getting damaged here. Imagine if people start getting targeted somewhere as dense as Shinjuku. It'd be a real problem. As long as we don't know who's behind this, we can't predict what'll be next, and the police can hardly be bothered to get off their asses and... like, this'll help us. It's after the last incident. I see where this is going. Alright, we'll check it out for you. I have politely borrowed access to a security camera in Shinjuku so we can check out what it's been recording. I don't see anything, and I damn well don't hear anything right now either. Doesn't look like I can find any of the actual crime scenes, though I'd wager that you've already checked on this much yourself. There's really nothing left on there, huh? Oh, hehe, I just found something interesting. Here's my trusty assistant from just a little while ago. Let's take a look. Wait, what was that flash of light just now? We just have a real-life Kamaitachi on our hands here. You've probably heard about them before from folktales, right? Or is it Kamaitachi? Kamaitachi are weasel spirits with claws as sharp as a sickle. To hear the stories tell it, they attack people by appearing inside a sudden whirlwind, cutting their victim's skin sharply in its wake. What probably really happens is that when people's skin gets really dry, it can get cut up by small rocks blowing in the wind, or so we thought. Looking at this footage, I think it's safe to say that's no ordinary gust of wind. Knowing that, there well could be an actual Kamaitachi on the loose in Shinjuku. Putting fairy tales aside for the moment, what we do know is that light reflected off something, maybe the wind somehow, or a blade, or maybe something else entirely, who knows, but that light definitely skimmed really close to your head there in that footage. If you hadn't felt anything ominous back there, we might have seen your head pop off your shoulders. Heh, better stay sharp, you can only stay lucky for so long, you know. Head back to Shinjuku and investigate the surrounding area. Detective Mariyoshi and I will stay here to analyze the footage some more. There's a thin line coursing through here that looks like a burn mark. Wait, a burn mark? You found a burnt spot, you say? Anything else of note you found there? What's wrong? Does something feel off again? A flash of sunlight reflected off a window and blinded you. Heh, looks like you froze Kyo for the time being. Oh wait, there she goes. She's moving again. Guess she's looking something up. Once she's like this, she's lost in her own world. No point in trying to talk with her. Looks like she'll be at it for a while. I hate ordering you around since you don't work for me, but would you mind looking around for more clues for us? We've had a lot of reports about this phenomenon come into the police department, so there could definitely still be something left to find. There's another one of those burn marks on the sidewalk here. I feel it, that murderous intent again. You're too slow. Hey, it's me. I figured out what's going on. The culprit, whoever they are, is using reflections to their advantage. Have you ever heard of the Walkie-Talkie building? It's a super tall skyscraper in London that was at the center of a really bizarre incident. Basically, there were cars parked nearby that mysteriously had parts of them melted and warped. The cause of it was the building's windows. The panes were installed in such a way that they reflected a sunbeam potent enough to damage the cars. In this instance, though, we're not dealing with sun rays. Judging from the flash of light and those burn marks you found, we're probably dealing with lasers here. But this isn't your ordinary laser pointer we're talking about. Only weapons-grade lasers could leave such deep burns. The question is how someone managed to set them up all around Shinjuku and fire them off without people spotting them. There hasn't been any big power surge in the area. Could there be batteries? No, wait. The digital wave readings are fluctuating weirdly. Don't tell me they're using the digital waves as a substitute for microwaves in an impromptu maser. If that's the case, then... Hey, you think you can trust in my deductions and your good luck to pull us through? Yeah, sure, of course. I like that attitude. And here's the deal. The culprit is aiming that laser at you using every reflective surface in the area. We're going to use that to our advantage. The fact that a laser is bouncing around towards you means we can trace it back to its origin point. To do that, you need to get in the line of fire, but you have to time it well or else you get a hole burnt right through your skull. Do you get what I'm asking here? As soon as that laser's got you, I want you to connect jump into it and dive inside. If my thinking is correct, that laser is actually a type of digital wave. If it is, the instant that beam of light hits something, it forms a connection with the origin point and establishes a Fox network of sorts. That's what should make it possible for you to connect jump into it. I know it sounds crazy, but you're easily the luckiest person I've ever known. You can do it. Trust yourself and tackle this head on. Just concentrate. If anyone can do this, it's you. Check it. Which Digimon uses the special move Poop Dunk? Pretty sure it's Nani! Mon. Forgot if I go left or right. Are there any... Oh, they both branch off. Stun recovery. Does that mean I probably should have gotten some stun barriers before this? Probably. Oh, it's a dead end. Who are you? How did you find me here? Are you some army goon trying to take me back? You're not with the army. Well, I'm an optical weapon Digimon that broke out of a certain country's military. I was developed and trained to be a weapon capable of attacking the real world directly from cyberspace. But I hated it. I hated being worthless to them for any other purpose aside from that. And I hate anybody in the army who just tries to treat me like a weapon, so I ran away. You're wondering why I was attacking the city. But I was just practicing my techniques over the network to find something else I could do, that's all. Oh, so my lasers were shooting out into the real world without me even realizing it? Sorry about that. Try all I might, no matter how much I run away, I really am just a mean old weapon in the end. I'm wrong? Because if I was a real weapon, there would have been casualties? Heh, you're really something. Hey, are you okay? You look alright. I'm relieved to see you again. If something had happened to you, it would have made me look really terrible as a detective, so I'm glad to see you're okay. Detective? I knew it! You lied to me! You really are just a government dog! I'll make you pay for this, you two-faced scumbag! If you're so desperate to make me a weapon again, then I'll give you what you want and then some! Take this! Alright, so he suffers from recoil damage. Or just recoil. Okay. Dorugamon. Okay, Dorugamon's a little... The only other option's Paildramon. Let's try Venom Trap. And Digimon can take an HP capsule. That's enough. I get it, I'm nothing more than a weapon to be fired off. I know that after fighting you now. But if that's the life I have to lead, then I wish I'd never been created. Was honestly pretty sad. So it was a program Digimon made by a foreign military, huh? I'm sorry I interrupted your conversation then. Guess I gummed up the works real bad when you'd won him over. Still, at least it put a stop to things even though it ended poorly. It really did. Now it's become a serious situation. I mean, not only did you find a top secret military weapon, you also, well, destroyed it. If we're not careful here, this could turn to an international incident that even threatens our security with that country. Just when Japan finally got them to move their bases too, that deal could vanish into thin air because of this. Oh, but don't think any of this is your fault. Even if it were to lead to World War III taking place, you shouldn't feel guilty. Oh, Kyo, if I didn't know you better, I'd think you were actually being serious. Hehe, oh, but I really am. When am I not? Anyway, Lady Luck must really take a shine to you. To tell you the truth, there was actually one other thing that flash of light could have been. See, if it hadn't been a normal Macer, but instead a Phonon Macer, you, wouldn't be standing here talking to us right now. I detected fluctuations in the digital waves, which made me immediately determine that they were functioning as a Macer substitute. However, there was also the possibility that instead of microwaves being substituted, that it could have been an ultrasonic wave. Rather than rely on photons, photon Macers, like the name implies, rely on amplified... Oh, sorry, phonons, not photons, which makes their properties fundamentally different. If you'd been facing a Phonon Macer back there, you probably wouldn't have been able to use it like a normal network line and connect jump. Now do you get how lucky you are? You did some great work out there today, kiddo. But that's what youth is for in the first place, so keep it up.